What's up, guys? Not the winner, back with some more Swords and Sandals content. I know it's been a little while since I released some stuff, but there's been some big patches recently, and I wanted to cover those. So, July's patches added some very, very big changes to the game, such as new skills, new additions to ranged attacks, and even some changes with, the unique species skills arriving. So there's some big changes involving that. So all character species now have a custom special skill which can be used once per battle. You can find this on the main radial wheel during battle. So that's pretty cool. Every single class is well, every single species now has their own custom ability. Second Blob's immunity is now fire instead of lightning, which is pretty interesting. Species terrain defense penalties increased from 5 to 10%. So that could be definitely a detriment to some of the builds depending on what you're running. Increased item damage for all enchanted weapons. Cool. Improve the armor value of all enchanted armors. Cool. So I mean, just buffs if you're enchanting. Rename Priest Holy Heal as Cure Wounds. Nice. Massive Species trait now gains 20% max health instead of 10. That's actually huge because massive species cannot wear helmets. Helmets, at one point in time, provide the highest defense in the game compared to any other gear. Now, I believe that's changed at this point, but the additional 10% max health can make all the difference in that. Lowered the scaling rate of stat rewards from adventures by 50%. So if you gained +4 from an adventure, it will now be +4. I think it's supposed to be +2 now, and that's just a misprint. Slowed down XP rate of higher gladiator levels, so it takes more XP to level up. So first he made it easier to level up, then he made it a little bit harder to level up. So I guess he's finding a nice balance between those. But the big battle changes here are a bug where elemental spells ignored armor is no longer working. Added celebration animations, time delay after certain attacks, and then also weather limitations. So fire skills can't be used in extreme cold, frost can't be used in extreme heat, poison can't be used while raining, and lightning can't be used while underground. Very, very cool limiters to the magic skills, which were some of the most OP things in the game. I know that some of you guys have seen my mage bard, barter mage, and it's just a little bit unfair. Fix the bug where champion helmet sold for 1 gold. Cool. Moved weather layer in front of gladiators on the fight select screen, and fixed the bug with monolith Voltarius had a holographic appearance instead of shimmering metal. Interesting. Um, I haven't really checked out the whatchamacallit. What did he call it? The simulacrum thing yet. So balance changes stat fixes here. So range skills now use the same system as melee, so you can use quick, medium, or power. The target system is boring, easy to exploit. I very much agree because then you just target arms until you broke through the arms, then continue to target the arms. It's still useful to target body parts, but I'm sure that there's other uses now, thankfully. Ghost Strike did not include extra strength. It now does. Lowered base hit chance of all ranged bow attacks by 15%. So I didn't see if he fixed the bows previously, but before they had abysmal hit chance, and they weren't very powerful, and they were all around pretty garbage. So lowering the base hit chance even further is scary to me. Honored Salute does less damage but bypasses armor. Warrior Strike now guaranteed to break a piece of armor each turn. That's really cool. Knightly Resolve now boosts your defense by 10 for 4 turns. Magical Veins now increases total essence by 30%. Agility, Charisma, Intelligence, and Vitality now increase hit chances by 0.75 per point, down from 1. And Arcane Blast now scales with Intellect to do more damage. So he lowered your chance to hit with adding pure stat points, so it's harder to make a build efficient if you're running split build. Okay. It makes sense. It balances it. It would make Barter Mage a little bit weaker, but since he's basically pure charisma and intellect, it doesn't hurt him all that much. Fix a bug where buttons would sometimes be off the screen after Ghost Strike. Switched a bug where you couldn't swap weapons, and AI now uses special skills better. Okay. Patch notes for July 6th. Today, I'll be releasing this probably tomorrow, but for me, it's the 6th. Added 4 talents for the major talent trees: Arcane, Warfare, Theatrics, and Survival, for a total of 16 new talents. That's actually absolutely huge because then it actually allows you to vary your build a little bit better. Before, there was only certain really good skills, and you would just kind of choose those each time. And then there's the 2 other talent trees that have not been added to the game yet. I believe it's robotics and adventuring. So very intrigued by what they're going to put on that and how many new builds there's going to be at that point, because we are getting closer and closer to PvP. So as these balances come in, as these additional skill trees come in, it's going to be very interesting to see what the top build is. But the current changes in this patch were limb from limbs hit chance. Reduce limb from limbs hit chance from 60 to 33%. Okay. Cooldown of Gale is 8 now. Same with command and teleport, because they were too OP. Essence Shield is now 6 turns because it was too OP before, because you could just keep stacking. Gale and command skills have 60% hit chance. Aria of Respite now has a 9-turn cooldown and restores 40% essence. 9 turns on Aria? That's a lot. They really wanted to make sure you weren't just going to cheese. That's fair, though. Planks now increases defense by 8. That's nice. Increase damage done by Whirlwind. Reduce the essence cost of all abilities. Very nice. I like to see that, considering you're making it harder for us to get essence. Have the essence cost of Lethargy. Beast of Burden skill now increases health by 5% per point. Okay, 25% total. Great Entertainer reneging to Showman. Alright, and that's like playing the guitar. When you use those, I believe that's the bonus damage one. Either that or the crit one. Battle changes and fixes. Fixed a bug where enemy gladiators could use certain melee skills at range distance. That's a good bug to fix. Additional fatigue animations for standing when essence is below 25. Ghost Strike and Charge. You can't use at range now. I thought charge was the whole point, was to move in from range. Fix the bug where enemy gladiators favor jumping backwards over forwards. Changed enemy AI definition of low essence and health from 20 to 40% to affect how they fight. Fix the bug where loading certain save games would assign your gladiator a random species skill, and leaving the battle caravan and returning to the road now adds 3 hours of time. So yeah, it's a nerf you from just constantly going out on adventures. That's 100% needed. Very big changes here. It does totally change how we're gonna play the game, and I'm very excited to see how the end of July ends up with what's been added to the game and everything that is continuing to add to the game. I do think PvP is still a couple months away, guys, so I do think we still have plenty of time to try out all these new builds and any potential changes that are going to come afterwards. If there's any any of my previous builds that you want me to take a specific look at with these changes and just kind of want to see how it plays differently from before, let me know in the comments down below which ones you might want to see. I know Karen was a favorite. I know Barter Mage was a favorite. But there's quite a few other builds that we went over there. So if there's one that you guys really want to see, just let me know in the comments. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.